Okay, let's talk about an easy way to do walkthroughs for classroom visits. And one of the first things that you're going to do is you're going to create a Google form. Now, mine are called Popins with Techie Carrie because I have a popcorn theme, and you'll see later why I have the popcorn theme. One of the easiest ways to do this is to do a drop-down menu, and then you go ahead and input all of your teachers' names so you don't have to type it. You can literally just click here and they will all fall down and you can choose the correct one. But if you want to type in their names manually, you can as well. Then you're going to go ahead and put in the teachers' email addresses as well. Obviously, I've put in some fake emails here, and that's the drop-down menu. You're going to want to use email addresses if you want the pop-in to automatically send to the teachers. If you don't want to do any work, then go ahead and put their emails in now. If you want to physically distribute or email the walkthroughs to the teacher, then do not put email addresses. But on this version, I am going to send it automatically. Okay, you're going to do another drop-down menu, and you're going to choose what subject you are viewing or observing. And then you're going to put a feedback paragraph as well. Once you've finished your Google form, you're going to go to responses, and then you're going to click on your spreadsheet. Now, I have done 2 test runs on this spreadsheet, and so just kind of ignore those for now. And what you're going to do is you're now going to create either a Google slide or a Google Doc that you want to share with the person after you observe their classroom. So I've done it both ways, but for today, I'm just going to show you a Google Doc. I went ahead and named it Popins with Techie Carrie. And then I just put a popcorn graphic just for fun. So this is where the fun stuff comes in, okay? And this is why I went ahead and made my Google form first. So I'm going to go over here to my spreadsheet, and I'm going to copy this, okay? Then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to paste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put carets on either side of that, okay? And the carets are going to automatically pull the data from the Google form spreadsheet and put it into my template, okay? And the reason that I'm copying and pasting from this Google Sheet is so that it will pick up easier on when I perform my Autocrat in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and keep copying and pasting, and then we'll come right back. Okay, so I have my timestamp, my subjects observed, my teacher name, and my feedback that I have copied from my spreadsheet in Google Forms. Okay? All right. So there's my template. And you can add graphics. You can just keep it plain and simple, whatever you want to do. If you want to add another question over here on your Google form, you can do that. Just make sure that you grab the title from over here and put it here. All right. So now I'm going to go to my Google Sheet, and I'm going to go to my add-ons, and I'm going to go to Autocrat. If you do not have Autocrat, you're going to go to add-ons, get add-ons, and then you will download it from there. It's self-explanatory. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open, and I'm going to show you the settings for this Autocrat. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to New Job, and then I'm going to title this I'm going to hit next. Okay, so we have made our template already. It's called Popins with Techie Carrie, and it's right here. So I'm going to hit use. Let's go ahead and view it though and double check that it's the correct one. That is the correct one. So I'm going to hit use. And remember when we copied and pasted all of those headings? Well, now we're going to look at that. So, timestamp, it went ahead and picked that up, but I do have 3 unmapped tags. Autocrat can be a little finicky sometimes, so just make sure you look up here. So, subjects observed, it's right there. Teacher name, I'm going to grab that too, and then feedback. All right, and then when I scroll up here, I don't have any alerts. I'm going to hit next. Okay, so your file name, think about how you want these to be organized. Do you want them to be organized by the date? Do you want them to be organized by the teacher name? It just kind of depends how you want to organize them. You're going to hover over here, you're going to click on that, and then you're going to hit paste. So Google is going to automatically generate the name of all of these for you. So I'm going to do teacher name, and then I'm also going to do the timestamp. So I just clicked on it, and now I'm pasting. Okay. All right, I'm going to have mine go out as a PDF because I don't want the teachers to edit. Okay, we're going to keep that on multiple. I'm going to hit next. All right, this is really important. If you do not choose a folder, these are all going to dump into your Google My Drive, and you will have a mess. So I went ahead and named my folder 2021-22 Walkthroughs. I think it's good to name the folders by the school year. And then I'm going to hit select. If I wanted to choose another folder, I could do that as well. I'm going to hit next. And then hit next again. Now, we're not going to worry about merge conditions too much. Those will come into play when we talk about professional development certificates in my next video. Okay, we are going to share the doc now. So this is where we talked about earlier about the teachers' email addresses. If you wanted to manually send these to teachers on your own, you would not share them. Maybe if your district is not a G Suite or Google for Education district, then you would hit no. But if you are, this will save you one step. You're going to hit yes. I'm going to share my Google Doc that I created over here. I'm going to share it as a PDF so they cannot edit it. They can reshare if they want to. I'm not going to send from a generic email. So this is the cool part. So this is the automatically generated email that they are going to get. So I'm going to jump over here, and we're going to grab that teacher email, and it's automatically going to send it to them. If you want it to CC yourself or your principal, you could do that there. And then my subject is going to be, thank you for letting me, and I'll do pop in, okay? And then I'm going to say, hi, and then guess what I'm going to grab? I'm going to grab that teacher name, and then I'm going to put an exclamation point. Thank you for letting me pop in. I enjoyed my time in your classroom observing. Oh, spelled that wrong. And guess what I'm going to grab now? I'm going to go ahead and grab that subject that I watched today. Okay, and then you can add more details to this. You can maybe say, if you want to follow up with me, here's a great time to follow up with me. This is my conference time. This is my time I meet after school, and so forth. And you can keep going on and on. So I'm going to hit next. All right. Do you want your pop-ins to automatically generate and send to them as soon as you submit it, or do you want them to run maybe at the end of the day? This is completely up to you. Some teachers may get stressed if you automatically send them an email after you leave, or some teachers may like it. It just kind of depends, but I just run mine on a trigger. And then I'm going to hit save. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go and fill out this Google form. And remember, you always want to test them, because sometimes where you feel like the feedback is going to be isn't formatted right. Maybe the teacher's name needs a little bit more space. So I always fill out my form first, and I do that by clicking on the preview or the eyeball, and then I'll pretend like I'm filling out this form to myself. And then I'm going to choose that email, and then I'm going to say that I was watching math, and then I'm going to say, great job. Once I hit submit, I'm going to jump over to the spreadsheet, and you can see that it's automatically doing it. And then in just a second, it says it's starting. And then right up here, we'll have two links in just a second. Oh, All right, so you can click on this link, and if you hover over, it's going to show you that you've created it. And then it also tells you the name. It tells you the name and then who the teacher's name. So I'm just going to click on there. And you can probably hear my phone going off because I just received an email. And then it says Popins with Techie Carrie, today's date, the subject, my name, and great job. So that's the PDF that automatically generates, and that's going to be in that folder that you told it to go to. And then the teachers will also get an email, and let me show you that. And now this is the email that I have received from myself. And there it is.